Yeah, I'm like, look, I'm being irresponsible. I'm not being irresponsible.
Too fat, man. Fat. Fuck you.
I'm big bone.
Remember, it's not a dad bod. Father figure.
Cheers.
Indeed.
You're sitting there sipping on my Samomo. Don't you spit! Don't you spit!
This is for the first one, for the very first one, since we're already sauced up and full of food.
We're not sauced. I'm not sauced.
Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, but I'm saying, like, play it up for the crowd. Come on, damn it.
Oh, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
out.
Yes, show them the rum with the red fluid in your cup.
They don't know how much this was before I started the stream. I'm almost out there. Look, there's only like 2 more shots.
Don't tell them, y'all. Just don't tell them. So we should really talk about how this came to be, because it is such just an interesting tale of... In fact, we were talking about it last time when Chaos was here. We got to get Chaos on one of these.
Chaos would be great here.
Oh, yeah.
So, I saw one of the memes of like the Magic School Bus the other day.
Yeah.
Is that what her name is?
Yeah.
Okay. She's on the bench press. Did you see how much she's bench pressing?
No!
She has like 4 fucking 45s on each side. I'm like, Jesus Lord, this lady's jacked as fuck!
Oh, yeah, no, she's crazy.
She's just like, beep, beep. I'm like,
yep.
The fuck?
Yeah, old girl, I wouldn't want to meet her down a dark alley.
I'm going to mention the grip strength.
Do you know the difference?
Uh-oh.
Honestly, do you
Putting this
know
down
the
now.
Do you know the difference between toilet paper and wallpaper?
Yes?
That doesn't sound very confident.
Yeah, yes, I do.
Do you? Do you really?
No, clearly I don't.
Gross.
That sounds like a shitty joke. Why would you say something like that? I'm thinking just like watching a bear. A bear just whopping his ass on the tree. I'm like, I don't
bears, yeah.
I don't get it.
That's why they're always shaking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, Baloo. Anyway, so we're talking about how we actually met, because the first time I honestly remember was at Anime Week in Atlanta, 2004, I think.
You can't get me with dates, but I thought we met
19 years ago. But you reminded me there was another one before that.
Yep. So we met because Chaos and I went on a trip down to Orlando.
Yes.
Where you met you, Addie,
No,
and
Daytona Beach.
Daytona Beach. But was the waifu there at the time too? I don't remember.
No. Actually, I met her. That's the summer after.
Okay, yeah. Because I thought it was
It was me and Addie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ex.
Yeah. X, I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah, I mean, pretty much was the X. You guys said it's like me and Chaos, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I think we lived together for like 3 years or something like that. It was basically common law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So our neighbors were convinced so. You guys came down to Daytona Beach to go to this rinky-dink. This was a terrible little anime convention, but I loved it.
It was the first time I ever heard the concept of the hentai in the hallway, or the basically like the sex party in the stairwell.
Yes.
I'd never heard this concept before. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And apparently
it's a thing.
That was a thing for a while.
Yeah, it's 100% a thing.
Yeah, no clue.
I think there were 50 people at the con that year?
50. 50.
Yes.
Sounds so little.
It was tiny. Remember, there were It was a hallway.
But it was at the actual college though, wasn't it?
Remember, that's a small aviation college. Well, a prestigious aviation college, but an aviation college.
Okay, so that's very niche.
Yeah, extremely niche.
Okay.
I mean, for an aviation college, I'm sure it's large. It's. Oh my God, where are you going?
No, it's great. Yeah, well, because we all went on a field trip that year.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we hit the Mile High.
No, but that was the year I was introduced to field trip, and that was the first time.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was the Addie came out and he trolled the audience, and they loved it. Not even a little bit. They loved it. Also,
would you say we were going on a field trip?
I didn't know we were going on a
field trip.
A field trip.
A field trip.
A field trip. So the best part was that was also the year
that joke.
They won't.
Addie's gonna watch it and die.
He's gonna be like, it was also the year that Chaos did the accidental boob slip. because
didn't know any better.
he gave the DVD, they played it, and then it was like boop, and suddenly boom, bada boom, bada boom, and they're like, we let the first one go, and next thing you know, blah blah. I'm like, okay, yep, video gotta stop. And they're like, you didn't review these before you played them, did you?
So for a little explanation, we met through AMV editing.
Yep.
And at this convention,
anime music videos.
Yeah. Cartoons to music, essentially.
Yeah, effectively.
So, yeah, pretty much. So, at this college, they would do a contest, and that's what Addie and I would go down there for, because that's what we were kind of known for at the time. Yep. And we met Chaos, actually, through a group, and Chaos brought Vic through that group. And we all would bring down, like, these CDs and DVDs of just content that we'd made, and be like, okay, enter it in your contest. Yep. Be like, 2 or 3 new videos, just whatever, go have fun with them. And we didn't tell Chaos that there were any, like, limitations. Because we're used to entering other contests where there just aren't limitations. And so, there was no rule set, no nothing like that. They didn't even vet the videos. They were just like, whatever.
Will it play? Yes.
Good, go. The next year, there were distinct rules. And remember, they were very, very, very cautious about playing anything we brought.
I mean, we earned our reputation. Like,
I don't know what
honestly.
you talk about. Addie and I used to take every year.
I'm saying
Because we were
general.
idiots.
Yes. So these guys. Oh, you know what you need to tell them? I'll wait till after you're done taking your sip.
No. Just say it.
Was it the tardo sauce or what was that? What was the drink?
Oh,
The drink
are you talking about
at the apartment? The drink you guys made that
Tardo's Black Death?
That's the one. You need to tell them about that.
So when Addie and I were living together,
Hold on, preference. Tardo is not a slang. Tardo is
it's a name.
It is his character.
Yeah.
So there, it's the internet.
Yeah,
now.
it's
it's
fair
2023.
It's also 20 years ago.
It is 20.
But it was named somebody threw out at him at the convention, and so he just adopted that name.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 2003. They were trying to figure out his name. They were trying to say because his name was like Addiction AMV 4000 or something like that. And then they were like, it's too long. And they were stumbling on the word addiction. And the guy stands up. He says, "Call him Tardo." And so the next year he enters as Tardo. And so they had. I think it was in 2004. He won. And they were like, Tardo's X, Y, or Z. And he's like, no, his name's now Lardo. You got to remember, this kid is like, I say kid, I think he was still 17 at the time.
Yeah.
And I want to say he was, 95 pounds, dripping
Yeah.
wet.
His legs are the size of that water bottle. Like, it's just scary.
You got to hold up the water bottle. Yeah, like he was, his skin was the same
forearm,
consistency.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, your forearm's the size of his waist. Jesus.
And he's like 6 foot.
Yeah, he is. He's tall and he's lanky. The dude looks like he would like fly away in a precious breeze.
He is Jack Skellington at this point.
Yeah, he really is. And so they hit that one. It just everybody died. The whole arena, because at this convention everything would stop for the AMV contest, for the cosplay contest. Mm-hmm. Everything stopped. Everybody goes to wherever they had a big movie studio thing where they played all the stuff. So everybody at the convention's there. And everybody knew us. And so when it happened, the whole place just erupts in laughter. Anyway, derailing. Oh, the Tardo's Black Death.
Yep.
So we were living together. His drink that he always had, we always had Mountain Dew and Mountain Dew Code Red and vodka on hand. God, I should not have said his age. He was 21. But we always had that on hand. And so that was his go-to. And one day we ran out of all of the above. And I had a liquor cabinet just stacked. Because I was a drinker back in the it definitely caught up with me, as you can tell. But I had a really stacked liquor cabinet. So he was like, I think he had just gotten fired.
From his old job?
Yeah. And he was like, I just don't want to forget today. And so he goes into the cabinet while I'm away at work. And no, I was going to work actually. I take it back. I was going to work because I remember the phone call I got. And he took one of those Taco Bell plastic cups, the big, the huge one. And he takes every bottle that's got like that much liquor left in it and just pours it in there and mixes it with just pure liquor. It was like death. It was horrible. And because there was a bunch of Rumpelminson, or not Rumpelminson, Romania Black in there, once you pour that into anything, it just dissolves all life. And, light, it's like a black hole. There's an event horizon around your cup. So he pours all this into a cup, and I look at him as I'm leaving from work, and I'm like, you are going to die. I'm going to come back, and you're going to be dead on the couch. And he's like, but I'll be comfortable.
I'm going to become the couch.
And I'll never forget, I get a call like 4 hours into work, and it's like, dude. I drank the whole fucking thing. Flick. And I'm like, 4 hours into an 8-hour shift, I'm like, I'm going to go back to find a corpse on my couch.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm like, trying to call the cops to have them meet me there.
Yeah.
I'm not responsible.
Yeah. Just call the coroner ahead of time. No, don't worry about it. Just do not resuscitate.
So you're going to see a guy. I promise it wasn't me.
Yeah. I've been at work. I got an alibi.
Exactly.
But there's a pickle on my couch.
There's a recording. We're good.
Yeah. So I get back, and he is trashed. Completely trashed. Looks at me dead in the eye. I've been gone, mind you, 8 hours. Most AMVs take, what, a week or two to put together? Something like that, like consistent work?
When we did it back in the day.
Yeah. This dude looks me dead in the eye and says, I have completed 12 videos while you were gone.
Yes, this is Addy. That's believable.
3 of those won major awards at major conventions. That's just Addy. That's Addy in a nutshell.
Yeah. Watched him legitimately do an Iron Chef competition. So this is Iron Chef like you would expect Iron Chef to be, right? He's doing his AMV editing. He's an hour into it. He's already finished the shit he wants. He's so bored. He fires us SSX Tricky and he just captured gameplay and just adds it to the video for no fucking reason other than he was already done.
The worst part is everything in the game synced to the music.
Yeah, well, that helps when you have fast music, though.
Fair enough. This is true. This is true. But it worked.
It did. It worked great.
It
we were
looked very intentional.
Like, what are you doing? And he's just like, I'm just fucking playing SSX Tricky. And I'm like, there's no way. And yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I think that was the second song in the set. And I think he did 3 songs in that set.
Yeah.
The other guy entered, like, I think half a song, and it was, like, super try-hard.
Yeah.
And poor Addy destroyed him. It was unanimous.
Yeah. Addy's actually got a pretty good Iron Chef record.
I think he's been beaten twice.
No, once or twice, something like that. And we're talking, like, out of, like, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
And multiple conventions.
Yeah.
Like, multiple conventions a year.
Yeah. He's a monster. We had to start sandbagging him. Just, like, really just holding him. He beat Eric blind drunk and did not know what he did. 2 hours. 2 hours at this convention. He was blind, sticking drunk. He pulls me over at one point and goes, dude, I can't see the screen. He said like this from it, and he won the competition.
You're like, how? How?
He's got a sixth sense for editing. He really does.
All I do is win. Now, in fairness, for those of you who might watch this later on and know what Twitch is, he did do a really cool thing, and I want to give him credit. He was part of
Twitch Sings?
Yeah, he was part of Twitch Sings. And so what's really cool about that is it gave you a chance to basically karaoke. Addy likes singing, so it was a good match. But because he was a music video editor, he was able to take videos and he would do his own custom videos. So he did like the Backstreet Boys, but he recorded all 5 pieces of himself.
He did it so well that he would actually have pieces like other versions of himself pop out in the middle of the song.
Yeah, they like shift off to the side, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
And he would have this playing basically on a green screen, and then he could be in front of it while the other parts of him, like that he pre-recorded, were in the background doing. He took what people were just like singing it on the screen. He leveled it up. Other people started picking up on that.
Yeah,
he's the one who originated that.
He introduced it to everybody. He was like, "What are you doing?" And he wasn't the selfish guy. He was like, "Fuck you, it's my toy." He's like, "I will sit you down and teach you how to do this." And more, I mean, like honestly, I was there trying to push him as hard as I could because I really want to see. Not that we want to segue too bad. I'd like to see him like find something like this and like take off. It'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He'd be so
there
good
are some really good creative people in the AMV in the AMV side.
Well, what broke me? We were watching, I think, not Ray of the Last Dragon. What's the little girl? It starts with an N, and she's a like a animorph. It was a movie that came out a year about 6 months ago.
Nope. No clue.
There were a lot of screenshots of it, but she's hilarious. The movie was great. All of a sudden, we're looking at the end credits, and we're like,
Summer.
Summer.
The movie said,
Yeah.
Summer.
That's Summer. In like she's credited in one department, and she's extra voices on the movie.
Fuck yeah, that's great.
And she was in was it I Spy, the one where with Will Smith? Yeah, she did work on that. Like there are some seriously talented people that have come out of this community.
Yep.
You've got Bayo, who's like casters like now in game dev.
Yep.
I love his game, by the way. His game is super fun.
I haven't played it yet.
Oh, you really got to. It's shockingly fun. It's a simple concept.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Good.
And a lot of replayability too, because of the difficulty level. You've got Beowulf, who's actually like a film director now. Yeah, you've got tons of people that are just.
Well, Castor actually did a movie.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
He was part of. Well, he did Battle Geek Plus. That was his thing on YouTube.
Yep.
And they were part of what before that all went to that big.
There was I remember one
big
time
production group he was.
But I mean, he actually got brought in as an actual director for editor for a movie.
Yes.
Like a full movie, and I was like, hold on.
Yes.
And I watched some of the tech stuff and some of the editing, and I'm like, I know these techniques. I know where you came from. So yeah. There are also, like anything else, there are also complete trash cans in there. But you're looking at two trash cans.
That's always gonna be a thing.
We're trash cans. We're just fun trash cans.
I can't complain. Good things for me.
I think it's also what kind of led us down this route.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. I went to film. I honestly went into post-production because of this. I went to Art Institute of Atlanta. I was studying motion graphics and 3D design.
Go ahead. I'm going to talk about something afterwards.
You're fine. But all the equipment I had from that and from my internships, coming out of that, is literally how I started streaming. Because I'm like, I have all this equipment. You're like, you are a fool. You need to use this.
Yep, absolutely.
I did a 3D movie, and God, it was so bad when it finally came out, but I just had to produce it. I had to get it out of my head.
Yep.
I spent $1,800, something like that.
On the rig or
on the rig? He's seen the rig.
Yeah.
It's a full server rack.
Yep.
Full of servers. And then I actually did upgrades on all the processors. Each one has something like 192. My biggest one actually has 1.5 gigs of RAM. They were all stacked up.
Yep.
And I went to go plug this in day one, and it blew the circuit breaker. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. 15 amps.
Yeah.
Each one of these pulls 15 amps. So we had to take it. I just bought a house, and the house was vacant. So what we did is we took a server and put a little, you normally slide into a rack. We took the bare case and laid one in every single room of the house and had it running. And this is the dead of summer, so we come home and it's like 80 degrees in the house because of all the servers running. And they were running like a week straight to render all this footage.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember.
That was fun, though.
Yeah, but it was a cute
You helped
concept.
out on that one, too.
I did, but I don't need credit for that one. But yeah.
No, you helped out in a way I don't think you quite realize.
Well, the other thing I laughed about was, I'm waiting till you put your drink down. Have you ever talked to him about this?
I actually pulled that video up the other day.
Oh,
I've
good.
never told anyone about that. But my kids watch a show called Bluey.
Okay.
And they recently had a character first season they had a character that shows up as they call Sean. And he's an emu. And it's literally just the dad doing this with his hands and like pecking the kids. Like, it's your pet emu. Get used to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's a lamprey.
It's a lamprey.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Rick Lampy out.
Yeah. So my little headcanon is they saw the one of the lamprey videos on the internet.
Okay.
God, we'll have to watch your
What? So when you said that, when you were talking about you did all this editing work and you did all the post production stuff, I'm like, yeah, but I remember going to the Art Institute with you and going and actually doing a filming day.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So
that was
a long time ago.
That was for anime. That was over 10 years ago because we were still in the apartment.
Yeah.
I think that was the last summer we were in the apartment, and I was actually at Art Institute, and we bought time at the big studio, big green screen studio.
Yep.
I rented a bunch of equipment from them, and we went in and we actually filmed this beautiful. I mean, it was.
No, really.
Yeah.
Especially for back then.
Yeah.
The quality was top tier.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the guy filming it was not top tier. It was a friend of mine, and I don't want to be too mean about it. He did not know about lighting and all that, but we really put a lot of effort into it, and I was able to clean up most of it.
But we had a lot of fun that day.
It was a blast.
We really did.
And you know what? People still talk about that project.
Do they really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That project, that has, it's like not the greatest thing I've ever made, but it still has like a warm place in my heart.
No, and it should be. That's one of those yay. I still look fondly back at Full Metal Persicom and Rocky.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And just sipping from some Momo, right?
Rocky was great. Rocky was like...
Rocky is not my magnum opus, but of all the ones I've done,
I call it magnum opus.
It was definitely
well made.
It was well made. It had a very solid concept.
Yeah.
And everything meshed.
Yes, it worked out extremely well.
Yeah.
I do think you over-edited in a few places. I think there were things you second-guessed that you shouldn't have, but that's everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to do
You're
that.
going to, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to obviously have criticisms, but nevertheless, that I think was the most fun video we've all enjoyed from you, because that was actually for a contest.
Yeah, that was actually for the contest. Yep.
Anime Week in Atlanta used to have this thing called the Pro Contest.
Yep.
And what it was supposed to be like blind, basically. And we would all make videos, and our group would each okay, we're going to make a video, but we're not telling anybody about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, you're going to pull that.
No, dude, it's here for reference if we want.
Yeah. So, be careful what you click on that.
They can't see anything.
Oh, fair enough. So we would all decide together that we were going to make something for it, but we said nothing. We said, okay,
Yep.
I'm entering, but you know nothing of what I'm doing. Oh.
Yeah, we'll talk in a minute.
Man, we can't show them FAQ.
We can drop links later.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Come to the Discord.
Yeah, that's a Discord conversation.
That's a Discord conversation.
Yeah. So I'll put links to both our Discords in the.
No, they don't need mine.
Hey, why not?
If you'd like to join mine, we can talk.
Yeah. Oh, why not? Join.
Sure.
It's fun. Good
I don't
times.
advertise on YouTube, but
Anyway,
it's cool.
Doesn't matter. What was I saying? Completely lost my train of thought.
That's normal for us.
Yes, pretty much.
We were talking about not FAQ. We were talking about AMVs.
Oh, AMVs.
Yeah.
So the pro competition.
Yeah.
So we'd have a big party at the end of all this. We'd enter our videos, and our big party was, okay, everybody in the Atlanta area that wants to come.
Yep.
Come to somebody's house. Somebody's hosting.
Yep.
And we'd have like a barbecue, and it was a big pot. Some people would bring dishes. We'd make like a potluck. We'd all sit down and we'd have a huge... Someone would print out like a listing of all the videos.
Yep.
Totally randomized. Nobody's allowed to say what they made, though sometimes it got figured out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Some
people have styles. Yeah. Some people are out there. Some people make 14-minute videos.
Yeah. Hey, that's still on Weird Al's website. I'm proud of that one.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I know, but
I got a shout out on Weird Al's website.
Fuck yeah.
When I went to the concert and I met him, he remembered that thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I got a big hug from him for that. I was like, yeah.
Kudos, done.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, meeting Weird Al was like a high point in my life.
Yeah, I worked there.
So it's just silly, but whatever. I love Weird Al.
Fuck no, that ain't silly.
Yeah, I loved Weird Al for years.
Yeah.
I have another one now. Talk about it. Did you know Patrick Stewart is a rail fan?
Yes, actually I did.
I did not know that until recently.
Yeah, he does not like to fly, so he takes trains everywhere.
My new goal.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go on a rail fanning adventure with Patrick Stewart. That's a bucket list.
Okay, well, I mean, I
unrealistic bucket list, but
bucket list.
Yeah.
I mean, bucket's pretty fucking full at this point. Like,
yeah,
he ain't 20.
Yeah, yeah.
But
neither am I.
Yeah, but hey, if it can happen, it can happen.
Yeah, I've ever since TNG. I used to watch TNG with my dad. You know, my dad's a big rail fan.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna pimp that channel, but nevertheless,
I was like,
that'd be awesome.
Alcoholism and Amtrak.
Yeah, whatever.
Rum and railroads. I don't know. We can figure something out.
All of them. Yeah. You want to go to the trip?
I'll be back.
Pretty much. Yeah, nevertheless, we're got distracted again. Oh, so the contest. So we'd have this big party. That's how we do.
How about ADD medicine, maybe? I don't know.
Pretty much. I'll have a little more to drink. Don't mind me.
Don't mind me.
Actually, I will. So we'd have this big party, and everyone would sit down, and which is not full of beer, it's actually full of meat. And
It is.
good meat, by the way. Very delicious. I appreciate you sharing that. We're gonna have sushi, but I think that fills the bill.
Yeah. We have fun. Well, the whole point
I
is
don't know what you're talking about.
We'll talk. We'll do the sausage party next time. I almost went there today, and I said no. I don't want to go spend $100 on fucking sausage.
Do you want to go over there, or do you want me to go up to my guy?
Either way works.
I'd gladly go to my guy.
If we can talk about it later, because if you get your
my butcher,
fixed,
get his meat in my mouth.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go put on a butcher apron. I'll be right back.
10 seconds later.
Don't you spit! Don't you spit! If you ever get your studio downstairs fixed, we can definitely fix to where like you could host this kind of event. I will happily do one of those with you. Or when mine's done, we can do one here. But like
I wouldn't say mine's bad at the moment. I'm
talking about the front room.
Oh,
The one as soon as you go through the door downstairs.
That's gonna be a while.
That's the one I'm talking
That's
about.
gonna be a while.
That would be a great location.
That would be a great location.
Yeah, we could bring in like
That's
from
a long time
MomoCon.
ago, though.
Like you bring people in from MomoCon, and then and we could have like 7 people there hanging out and have fun. I think that'll be a blast.
7 people.
37. 37.
So anyway,
Yeah.
so back to this. So the party was a lot of fun, and we would all try to poker face it as best we could. And Rocky, I think, was entered into that one. I think that was the same year I made Albuquerque, but he actually won with that one. You won best storytelling.
I bet best storytelling. With
Yeah,
that. And I was happy with storytelling. That's actually the competition. That's of all the ones I've ever entered. That's the one category that is my personal heart, because I like anytime you can take some content and completely change it to be relevant to something different and tell a new story. That is my jam.
you did a really good job of that.
I
don't say that lately. You did a fantastic job of that.
Well, I appreciate that because yeah.
Yep.
And you know what the funny part was? It wasn't an accident, but I stumbled upon an accident. I was coming back from California while I was working for, I think it was Earthlink at the time. I was on my way back on a flight, and I was sitting there watching EPO, and the guy behind me was like looking over my shoulder, so I turned my laptop so he could watch it. He's like, "Thank you," right? So I'm watching that the whole time, and then as I'm doing that, my brain slipped into the song. And I watched the fight, and it was the big fight, right? And I'm looking at it going, shattered jaw, broken ribs,
Yep.
complete decimation
really
of the character. Rocky, the boxer. He's really tough. But yeah, I was like, my brain said, this might work. And when I got home, I actually started working on it. So
it was really good. I really enjoyed that one, even to this day.
Yeah, it makes me smile. So.
Yeah. So that's kind of like how we met, but we met at this convention 19 and a half years ago.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, like, Addie and I, when we went, we always, our goal was to crash out in the room. We would go to this college, we'd find a room with a projector,
Yep.
We'd hook his laptop up,
Yep.
And that's where we were for the weekend. We'd get there, like, Thursday night, they'd shut this room down from classes. Friday was always the day off. I think it was a holiday or something like that. And so we would literally take over a room, and the people that ran the convention, the people that administered the building or whatever, never cared. They were all
they were like, whatever.
Yeah, and so that's what we did. And then we would live, we'd eat, we'd sleep, we'd crash. Thankfully, we didn't go to the bathroom, but we did just about everything else in that room.
Yep.
And that was the CBR room.
Yeah. We wanted to do the same thing at MomoCon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's kind of how that happened.
Yep.
Because it was that convention where Jess actually approached Addie and I. It was like, because we did the Iron Chef competition. She's like, this is really cool. Can you guys run this at a convention?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was the very next weekend was TechwoodCon. And that's where we met. No. Had to be the year prior, because that's where we met Chaos for the first time in person. So it was the year before this where we met Chaos. And then the next year you came down with Chaos.
Yeah, I remember the one I came to was the one when Addie had the guy in the wheelchair kick his ass.
That was the year after we met Chaos. Yes.
Yeah. That was the one I remember.
There's so many friendships have stemmed from that convention.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I said, it was a really good time. And like I said, we got along. The age gap isn't terrible, right?
Nah.
So we got along pretty well, and then
plus we're both fairly immature. Let's be fair.
No, no. But no, like I said, in general, I think we get along pretty well, and the fact that we've been.
But the funny part about that, you say that.
Mm-hmm.
The one time, the first time that I remember, so we met back up at.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah,
not that one, but yes. Don't fucking dare.
So we met back up at Anime Week in Atlanta because Addie, Chaos, and I had gotten a room. I don't think you were rooming with us though.
Nope.
I think we had a couple of the other AMV guys rooming with us that time, and we needed a group name for the room, and so Addie and I'd always been Bad Raptor.
Yep.
And Chaos was joining us, and I was like, "Oh, what do we got? Chaotic Bad Raptor.
Yep,
makes sense, right? CBR, awesome. So our group name was Chaotic Bad Raptor, and it was ever since that was a thing.
Yep.
And
we even have shirts for it.
We do.
Yeah.
I got recognized in that shirt, which is the weirdest thing to this day. It was the weirdest damn thing.
Yeah.
Like, who recognizes this? But anyway, so we had the group, we had the groom spot, and then we met you at the convention.
Yep.
Where you introduced your girlfriend as your ex-girlfriend.
Which one? Redhead? No. Whatever. Oh, that one.
Dare I say it?
I don't know.
Baby mama?
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I introduced her that way?
Yes.
What an asshole.
Yeah. So.
That's fun.
Okay. Yeah. I mean.
No, that's typical Vic.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, this guy's like, because you introduced her as your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
And the wife and I, which were just now dating at the time, kind of looked at each other and go, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what? You know what? He's a big boy. He can make his choices, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we had a New Year's party. And Addie and I always had big New Year's parties.
Yep.
We had a big AMV editing competition that started at New Year's Eve. So people would come over to our apartment, and then everybody pulls out laptops and everybody starts working.
Yeah, I wonder what that's called.
Yeah, King of Spain. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. I really want to do King of Spain this year because this year is the 20th anniversary. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to install editing software again, but
yeah, I know, right?
Like,
And the funny part is, I don't think I found out about this for like 3 years. You bottled this up. I remember
yeah.
Yeah, so we went to Underground Atlanta and we watched the Peach Drop and all that stuff. And I remember he was a big proponent of going back to the apartment because it was very, very cold.
Yep.
And I'm always a proponent of wait till the crowd disperses, wait till everyone leaves. Because you still get home about the same time. But he was pushing my buttons because he's like, no, we gotta go now. And I didn't know his personality well enough at the time to really kind of like, handle that. I wasn't handling it very well. And so I was getting irritated. And then we get back to the apartment and we're all editing, we're all having a good time. I think some people went out for Waffle House or whatever. And the way we passed content back and forth from each other is we had these thumb drives, and we'd have like an episode or two on a thumb drive, and we'd be chucking them around the room. And he asked me for something, and so I just didn't think anything of it. I'm like, here you go, catch. And what I didn't find out...
You didn't catch. You hummed it.
I didn't sling it.
It took a chip out of the screen.
I didn't sling it.
Go ahead.
No, you're fine. No. So this is where you come in. Because all I remember is going, hey, Vic, heads up.
Yeah. So he takes the USB and he chunks it at my fucking laptop, right? And he literally takes a divot out of my screen. And I stare at my screen. I'm like, I'm about to murder this motherfucker. And I look right at my roommate. I'm like, I don't know this guy. I'm at his house. I'm about to kick his fucking ass. And I'm like, calm down. Calm the fuck down. He didn't mean it.
Let's be fair. Alcohol was involved.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. And it wasn't like you were trying to be like, hey, fuck you, nerd, and sling it.
No.
It was an accident.
And neither one of us really communicated anything.
No.
I didn't know anything had gone down. No. I was like oblivious completely.
Yep.
I don't think I found out for 2 years. 2 years!
Yeah. Well, there was no benefit to telling you at the time, right?
Yes, there was. You tell me to go, oh, well, I fucked up. All right. I guess I'll buy a new laptop screen.
Oh, well, shit. I don't think about it like that. I just don't. Because accidents do happen, right? But I'm like...
Was I working at Lenovo? I think I was working at Lenovo at the time.
Oh,
so laptop screens would have been...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's like a $200 fix, tops.
All right, so you owe me $200.
At this point, fuck you, statute of limitations, bitch.
God damn it! Interest? Take my first. I don't want them anymore anyway. They're done.
Oh, firstborn, yeah, you can have that one. Actually, no, that's when I go, no. Can't have either one of them.
No, I don't need them.
Take the wife.
Yeah, somebody like...
Take Addie.
Been there, done that.
So yeah, like, we had this, like, beef, and neither one of us really knew.
Yeah.
He's like... And then, like, I think it was we just would get together and hang out, and after a while we're like, oh, no wonder we fucking hated each other at first.
Yeah.
Too goddamn alike.
Two alike. Two entirely.
Yeah.
Both loud.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed. You know what it is? There's 3 types of people in this world. What?
I know where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Dicks, pussies, and assholes.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, what? Dicks just like to fuck all the time. And pussies just get fucked.
Yep.
But then you got assholes.
Yep. And assholes just want to shit all over.
Yeah, all over everything. But you know what the worst part is?
No.
Worse than getting a dick near an asshole. Put 2 assholes together. All they do is shit all over each other.
Fucking assholes. But occasionally, it
The
takes
fucking
a
assholes.
dick. The fucking asshole.
Occasionally. Too bad neither one of us did that.
What a dick.
We're just assholes.
We're just assholes.
Shitting all over each other.
This whole segment brought to you by Team America.
People didn't see the setup on that one. I don't know.
Go get cultured. Oh, Jesus Christ. The sad part is the moment you started, my brain immediately went to, look at the bottom scene. Because you have to. It is one of the best puppet scenes in media.
Oh my god. I mean, that whole movie's just...
The whole movie's
both great and a travesty.
Matt Damon. Did you hear about what happened with that?
Yeah, it was just like it got overheated and like melted.
Yeah, it just got fucked up and
So
they were like
yeah, like this is what he sounds like now. And apparently he loves that.
It's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Man.
God.
The silly shit.
That's how we actually met. That's messed up.
Yeah. And then,
And then this. Literally 19 years later.
yeah, we're still hanging out, like, on occasion. Well, not as often as I'd like, but still we're hanging out.
I mean, we got lives around the other sides of the city.
Yeah.
But I that's why I started making time to do this.
Yeah, and
not just
it's healthy
for this, but it's also like, I got to get out of the house more.
Yeah.
I really do. And I would love to stream. Like, tonight was a big night for me to stream.
Yeah.
That would have been a great night for me to stream. But I'm like, I've got a family. I've got a wife and I've got 2 kids. And my wife had just been out of town, so I was watching the kids all weekend. And then, of course, on the backside of that, I got sick. So I was just like, what are you reaching for?
Coke. Not Colombia! Ole.
So, no, it's good to get out of the house. Like, as much as you said you want to come over, and I'm always about, like, come over and hang out. The reality is, at some point, I do need to get out of the house more. I even think you mentioned that a while back.
Well, and the good news about what I'm building downstairs, when I'm done with that, it will allow
that.
Yeah, it will allow more people to come over.
Yep.
And do this wider.
Guests.
Yeah, guest absolutely.
Spots.
And I like
you really got to get Addy up here for.
I really want to. I think I'd like to bring him up here. Silly as it is, Steven, if you ever see this, like legitimately, you're welcome. You can come over, hang out one time. I will go into the theater as you do your reaction streams.
Wait, which Steve?
Steven.
Oh, by Steven?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Steven's great.
Yeah, I mean, like,
he was supposed to come to MomoCon.
That's the thing. I want other creators at MomoCon.
Yeah. Steven would be a great one too. Steven just draws a crowd. He's just a great guy.
Yeah, like I said, I think I'd get along perfectly fine with him. Like, there are very few people I don't get along with.
Steven
unless
has moments, but I mean, we all do. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, because there were moments where we were playing the last Pokemon game where we were kind of at each other's throats. But it's also that at the end of the day, it's like two different people, two different levels of patience. And I was a bit troll-tastic at times.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
No, me? What?
Never.
Never. Fuck that. No, Steven would be great to have.
So the other part about, like, me, I couldn't play Pokemon with anybody else. One, I'm slow. I'm just slow nowadays. I'm nowhere near as fast as I used to be. But secondly, like,
it's an RPG. It has nothing to do with speed.
I'd be like the slowpoke. Like,
oh, that's me. That's 100% me.
Yeah, but I'm like, what does his character do again? What are his movesets? 3 weeks later, what does it do again? What's his moveset? You just learned this. I'm like, I don't know what Raichu.
A love song?
No, the picture from earlier. I talked about the thing I drew on the sheet of paper.
No! Wrong one!
That's why I laughed. I was like, ha
ha! No! Going the wrong direction with that.
But it stayed up here. So that's the other thing. So Pilk and I have a lot of inside jokes. A lot. We have 20 years of fucking inside jokes. Yeah, you're going right for it. Fucking Carrie Underwood immediately, right? Yeah.
That's still
what is
I don't dare to. I don't dare to Basil Fawlty.
Like I said, I went for the Hugh Jackman and you got like they're there. I actually just mentioned Time's Up to Jess the other day too. I was like, we need to bring this game back, and they're like, what game is that? I'm like, oh, you young kids have no idea what this game is.
Oh yeah. That game is
so legitimately. If you have a
invented memes,
if you've got a group of friends, like close friends, and you can tolerate charades at all, this is much better than just charades. But look up a game called Time's Up. It might change your friendships in the best way. Might.
Oh man, all the
things
that came out of that were just. Every time I hear Carrie Underwood's name, my brain immediately goes. You can't help it.
You just can't. And after Kit doing friggin' Basil
Fawlty,
I'm like, that's it. That's it. We're done.
In fairness, that was bad direction on my part.
Yeah.
I was like, here's how we do things. And he's like, okay, that's how we do things. And took it right to the exact letter. And I'm like, I can't even show you guys. That's how bad it is.
Well, it's not, okay, it's bad. And it's almost like a JoJo move.
Yes.
You throw your back out trying to do it.
I couldn't do it. I'm way too old and fat to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, we're not doing that.
No, that Basil Fawlty was its own level of just... And it was sporadic, too. It was like a thing, like, in the moment. No one was expecting it.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
So you ready for the laugh?
Go for it.
We started talking about this, about how we met and where we first met an hour ago. And we took almost 50 minutes to get back to that subject to close it. But we did close it out.
I mean,
I'm okay with it.
I gotta figure that's how this would go.
Oh, I don't judge at all. I know this. I was just laughing. I'm like, we did hit that segue pretty hard, but we didn't abandon it. We came back to it. So if you're gonna do it, boomerang that shit. Did it? We did right. Yay!
You know how many times I had to like check myself from going too far off because I go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. Speaking of which, okay, hold on.
Oh,
no. You say something for a second. I'm going to show you a picture.
No, I don't trust you.
Well,
I do not trust you.
So here we go. This
it's somewhere you got Belle like, what's up, girl?
So this is the problem: is you can't if you're ever spending time with me, I am. To my own credit or demise, I am quick-witted. If you hit me with something, I will immediately jump to something else. I didn't have this on hand, but I had it close enough.
The worst part is I'm actually admiring her tattoos now.
I know, right? You notice it's like the Tea Party and everything else.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I got that.
It's so much fun stuff. Anyways, there's an image over here that's just funny. But, yeah. That's the thing. You can't, with me, it's just like, boom, got it. Instantly. I didn't even hesitate. It's like, bam.
Sad part is I don't have everything archived like that. I have to look for stuff.
I don't.
That was like the special stream.
Yeah, like I said, that was I just downloaded that like 3 days ago. And I'm like, hang on, that's right. Boom.
We had one that was almost like a baby version of this. It was me, him, and Addie, and we were playing Dragon Ball FighterZ the weekend that came out.
Was it Dragon Ball FighterZ?
It was Dragon Ball FighterZ.
It was.
Yeah. I brought over, I think you had the PS4, and I brought the game. I just bought the game, and the three of us were just sitting around. How long was that stream? 8 hours or something like that?
I don't know, but we were supposed to be playing the game and just chit-chatting.
Yeah, and we just spent more time just talking smack. And people loved it.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, there's a part of me that's like, okay, stop recording and go live. But, like, the thing is, like, when we do this, we can entertain ourselves plenty.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either. But, like, we can honestly just keep going off our own. And if we have an audience to feed off of, then it's even easier.
That's a whole other animal. We'll save that. We'll do some live streams.
Yeah, we should
We'll save that. We'll do some live ones. Do, like, when we get, we'll set, like, a sub goal or something like that and do, like, an AMA. Oh, God.
I do not want to do AMAs.
Why not?
AMS. You can ask me something.
No, they can ask anything. Doesn't mean we're going to answer it. Yeah. Plead the fifth. Oh, I've told some stories from my childhood. We both grew up at a time where you were able to record things. You knew better than to record things.
Yeah.
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 Polaroids got burnt. You're like,
yep.
You took a picture of what? Nope. And nowadays you take a picture of everything. You're like, I stubbed my toe picture, right?
No.
Before, man,
I don't do that mess.
No.
That's evidence.
Now, okay, in fairness, now, conversely, I don't know about you, I don't have a lot of pictures from me in my 20s. I have a couple. And I looked great in my 20s. Like, honestly, and I don't want to be like, but I looked great in my 20s. I wish I had taken a fuck ton of pictures now so I could look back and appreciate it. Where nowadays, the current generation takes so many pictures of themselves and everything else that won't be a problem. They can, if they make it to 50, they can then look back and say, look at this awesome thing, or like, I appreciate me being younger.
I just have the important memories.
Those can fade.
Probably.
Yeah. It was
I'll enjoy the ones that last.
Schitt's Creek. You ever watch that show?
Nah.
Schitt's Creek was great. You should watch it. You'll probably love it. But there's a part where the mom says to the kids, when you're in your 20s, go in the bathroom, take bathroom selfies. Take as many naked pictures as you can. Appreciate the body you have when you're young, because later on, even though if you don't like the way you look now, later on you can look back at that and be like, I was amazing.
My body image issues would never have let me do that.
But I'm the same way.
I'm not going to be like...
No.
Exactly.
Yeah. But no, I mean, but in general, though, like, I can look back and be like...
it. Get the fisheye lens.
Yep. Actually...
Use the centimeter stick.
No, centimeter.
Yeah.
It's way too big. There we go. I have this one picture. Based off the name, you can tell how old it is.
Oh, yeah. I already know.
Yeah. Like, that's me and my, like, that's not a bad picture.
No, it's not.
And I'm like, I just happened to accidentally take it. I appreciate it because that's me looking at younger and going, holy shit.
Frosted tips, huh?
Frosted tips. Pure accident. I wanted white hair. So my hair, I actually got my hair as white as this paper. It took me 3 times, and I had to use a product called Snow White. I chased down an old lady. That sounds terrible. I chased down an old lady.
She gave me a poison apple?
She told me, I was at Sally's Beauty Supplies. And I'm like, how do you get your hair so white? And she goes, you're using the wrong thing. No, she said, funny enough, but it was something called Blue Lightning. Because it's a color shift thing. Where your hair's blue or brown, and it goes straw colored because you strip all the color out of it. But if you hit it with a blue, it takes it from straw colored to white. And I'm like, let me try it. And sure enough, my hair came out completely white. Beautiful. Loved it.
Yeah.
And then when it grew out, I had the frosted tips. But what happened there is...
I just waited a couple decades. I got the skunk thing going on now.
I got a little patch or something there.
Yeah. It's actually more of the beard than it is upstairs, but whatever.
So when I ran my brush through it, the white mixed with the brown and gave me that gold look. And that's what it is. It isn't frosted tips. It's just that it had grown out long enough. My roots had grown out enough to where as I combed through it, I earned that.
I'm just saying, that's like straight, 2002, 2003?
Yeah, probably right around there. Yeah. 100%. Like, that's like,
Yep.
yeah. Actually, yeah.
Yep.
It was before I moved to Atlanta. So I was dating it. It was 2001. But it wasn't Frosted Tips, though. It was an accidental Frosted Tips. Frosted Tips would have been like if I went somewhere and asked for it. This was like my hair grew out and became this.
Just saying. Look. Calm down, Justin.
So that ain't gonna be May. Ain't no wrong with
It's October, damn it.
What the hell's that? Oh, D&D.
D&D.
Yeah, I emailed pictures to myself. I'm like, because that's the other thing I do now.
What the fuck is a Gary Gygax?
It's the noise you make when you're like you.
Hold up.
So we had too much tequila. You're like,
That one hits too close to home. Wait,
never
did
been
you
that
too much
drunk.
tequila? I thought it was Boilermakers.
No, it's Mexican Loki. No, God, fucking Boilermakers. I swear
I'll have to
God.
say that story. That's a story for another night.
That's a Ray story for sure. That's a. Oh, speaking of which, hold on. No, so that's the other thing. You
He's
can't,
digging
like,
through his hard drive now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
It's over.
it's bad shit happens when I do this. Is it Pennyworth? No, it's Is it Pennyworth? Might be Pennyworth. It's not here. It's okay. So I have it stored. Guess what video I found the other day?
I have no idea, and I'm terrified.
Chris recorded it. That's all I had to say. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's one we definitely have to share.
Yeah, that was...
That's one for a much later time.
That was you guys fucking bamboozling me on that shit. Fuck.
It was so obvious. He's at the other end of the table, and his hand is like this, and his other hand is like this.
Yeah, I'm in
And
story
the
time.
DSLR is right there.
Yeah, I'm in story time. I don't pay attention to shit. I'm like, what's wrong with Vic? He's telling a story. Is anything else happening? Nope. He is focused on telling a story.
It was full contact too. Just going, oh.
Yeah, you guys are.
That one is definitely what we're gonna save for a bit.
Yeah.
That raise, those two
Those are great ones. What else would you like to cover real quick? Or like, should we wrap this one up?
We covered the beginning.
Yeah, I think we did. We covered that pretty. I mean, we didn't go into this with topics we were going to talk about except for the one.
Would you call this just the tip?
Yeah.
Just the tip of the iceberg.
A little shot of sauce. I don't know. What do you guys think? A fun name for this would be Keep It Clean. No.
Well, we were gonna call it
PG-13.
Sushi and Shenanigans, and we were gonna. What was it? No, Sushi and
there were a bunch. So Sushi and the Statute of Limitations.
Sushi and the Statute of Limitations. That was the one.
Yeah.
Because there are some stories. Oh.
Yeah. There's things that obviously we avoid talking about, but like I think technically, we can.
Yeah.
Cancel culture.
There are some things we won't talk about.
Yeah.
But we'll allude to, though, heavily.
I have lots of things I can tell you not to do in your life.
Oh, God, yes.
Warning, Danger Will Robinson. Yeah, like this. But the thing is, like,
you know where I was the other day?
Where?
I went to a McDonald's in Tennessee. Or, I'm sorry, North Carolina.
Were you tempted to order a kids meal?
I did. And it wasn't until after the fact I walk out, because they had the Pokemon cards, right? And I've got that Pokemon channel. We should actually talk about our content.
Sure.
But make that brief and that'll be the closer. And I'm ordering like extras of all the Pokemon cards. I got 2 kids and they wanted extras and I wanted some for my channel and whatever. And all of a sudden I realized I'm like, I know where we're at. This is the only McDonald's for miles. Every part of me wanted to look at the lady and be like, I want a Yoda! But here I am at this random McDonald's in North Carolina. If I start yelling at this lady, I want a Yoda, I'm probably going to be committed.
Yeah. Or on the news.
Both. Probably on TikTok, really.
Probably on TikTok.
Yeah.
Look at this crazy guy here fuming.
I want a Yoda!
That's
We'll
great.
save the rest of that story for another day.
I actually just showed somebody all of Higurashi the other day, too. Yeah. That's when I did this whole face. I'm like, oh, that's the girl with the ladder. She's shaking around. I'm like, oh, shit. Fucking angry time.
Yup. Yeah, so, content creation.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, and I'll...
Well, so the funny part is, we were talking about beginnings.
Yeah.
You're the one who got me into content creation.
I did.
Yeah. So, tell your story real quick.
So after we did CBR Radio, I had a lot of fun doing it. I met Addie. We had a good time. Addie was streaming, and I thought streaming looked like it'd be a lot of fun. I'm a very social person, but I wasn't leaving the house because, just don't leave the house. So I figured
video game shoutouts.
whoever. But I figured, fuck it, I'll start streaming. So I decided at 40 years old, I'm like, who would want to watch a 40-year-old sit down and play video games? Nobody. So on April Fool's Day, I just started streaming, and took me forever. But now I've been streaming quite a few years, and I have a lot of fun with it. You can find me online on Twitch, Toothpick Vic, TOOTHPICK VIC, and if you find that one, I have other fun names too. But you gotta find those the hard. You gotta find those the hard way.
That's a Discord conversation for real.
But that eventually got me talking to you.
So we talked earlier, and that's why I wanted to bring this up about. I had all this other equipment that I was had from my prior jobs and my internships and stuff. And he's like, I had just quit my day job. I was staying home to take care of the kids so my wife could go to work because, real talk, she makes all the money in the house. That's just because I didn't have a degree. We worked hard to make sure she did. And so the long and the short of it is I just had all this equipment laying around, and my evenings were me doing pretty much nothing. And I'd been out of the video game scene for many number of years just because I didn't have the money, we were saving up for the house, yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. And I had a nice amount saved up after I left work. So I was like, I could live off this for a year and figure out what's going to happen after that. So with all this equipment, he's like, you should do something with this. And he showed me streaming and then set me up with a bunch of, like, you sat down with me for like several nights. Where it's like, here's the ropes. Here's everything you need to do. And I started off on this like rinky-dink little, like, I think even at the time it was almost 10 years old. And a folding chair, like one of those like really crappy camp chairs, like $5 job at Home Depot. Mm-hmm. And now I've got a full studio in my basement. Yep. And I'm working on even improving that a little bit. And now with a new thing that's getting installed, I don't think I can talk about that yet. I'm finally going to make my dream of making a nice VR studio down there.
Fuck yeah.
So now I can do VR. Yeah, it's going to be
that'll be a lot of fun.
So I do streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/Pilk Raptor, Pilk Raptor. I'm sure everything's going to be in the description down below. But I mostly started on YouTube. Raptor's Delight. Everything is always Raptor or Pilk with me. Pilk was we'll talk about the origins later on. But started on YouTube. He's like, you should check out Twitch. And then over time, I've come to the realization that I have to be... Now I want to make this my full-time. I really want to make YouTube and Twitch my full-time. Now that my kids are about to go back to school, and my wife and I were talking about, like, okay, I'm going to need a job. I'm like, content creation just
became it, yeah.
Yeah. And so now I've got 5 YouTube channels, active YouTube channels. I've got a channel for Danmachi in general content. It was just Danmachi Memoria Freeze, but that game's recently sunset. We have a new game. There's light novels coming out all the time now. I think Mori's dropping like a light novel every 3 months at this point. It's insane. I have a channel just for Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. I have a channel just for Pokemon. That's actually the big one at the moment. That's the one I'm pushing hard. I have a channel where I do some of my just model building and hobbies. Then a channel where I haven't really focused a lot on it yet, but I really want to make it one of the bigger ones, if not the big one, where I work on cars. Because I've been a big car collector for first sake.
Enthusiast?
I mean, I have 5 cars. 2 of them work.
Yeah.
One of them could work. It's just, it needs a lot. But, so essentially that's what I'm doing now.
That's a conversation about you and Addie on that car, too.
Oh, no.
That's a different car.
That's the 944.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk about that story. That was definitely a statute of limitation story. Oh, the emissions on that one. I told someone who actually went to Georgia Tech what I did on that one, and he's someone into cars, and he's like, it survived? Not only did it survive, I drove it for 3 years after that.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll tell that story a little bit later. That's going to be a fun one. I'm going to tell that one on the automotive story. That's going to be a blast. And obviously I got the Twitch channel, and now I've expanded into TikTok. I've got 2 TikTok channels. I think in total now I've got Instagram for the cars. I think I've got 9 channels in total. I drop 4 to 5 videos a day, depending on which channels I'm dropping stuff on. And it's all because he showed me this stuff.
Yep.
And now I'm just trying to make this. Yeah, I don't expect to ever be like, Mr. Beast.
But you're here to have a good time, and if it helps pay the bills at the same time,
exactly,
all the better.
Well, that's the thing, is it's like, if I have 4 or 5 channels that are making a part-time salary.
Yeah.
I don't need to make a lot of money. My wife makes a lot of money, and she's got a comfortable job too.
Yeah, but
so it's
if this covers a couple nice meals, if this covers the internet and like your ability
right
to
now
play
I'm covering the internet. I'm paying for her car note, and
that's great right there. I mean, minimum that's 2 things off of her plate.
Yeah,
that's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you're able to take care of the kids as well.
Yeah, I'm home all day long to take care of the kids, and that's my goal. Is when they're both in school, and it's like, okay, Dad goes and picks them up at 2, and then I'm Dad for the next couple of hours till Mom's off work, and then I can go do content creation, cook dinner, do whatever we need to do. Then my, 7 to 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. is content creation. Yep. And it's honestly all because of you. You're the one who actually set me up with this.
You've taken it and ran with it and done great on your own. So I will take a little bit of credit in the beginning, but honestly, the rest has been you.
It wouldn't have even been a thought if it weren't for you. So,
or you could say the other way. Maybe I've stopped you from being something else amazing.
Because remember, I love video games. I've been collecting consoles for years.
Yep.
But I didn't play video games for 6, 7, something like that, a long time.
Yeah.
Prior to this, I didn't play any video games.
You didn't have the ability to. You were busy trying to live your life.
Yeah, working 2 jobs. I had 2 jobs. I was going to college, and then I picked up an internship on top of it. I was sleeping 2 hours a night.
Yeah.
Just to get my wife through school. So I paid my dues. And now this is raw fun.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic, man.
No, I appreciate it. That's why I wanted to come do this shit. I love this, man.
So what we should ask them.
Oh, yeah.
So question for you guys is, 1, if you had to name this something, what would you name it, right? What sounds good for you? 2, if you enjoyed it, and I don't want to be that guy. I fucking hate being that guy. If you enjoyed this, like and share it with a friend. That's it. Just say, these guys are stupid. I had a good time hanging out. And just tell somebody else about it.
Hell, clip it.
Yeah.
Share it on. Yeah, share your favorite clip on TikTok or something.
Absolutely. Tag us in it, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let us know. And then secondly, or thirdly, I guess in this case, would you like to see more? Is there a topic that we've hinted on that you thought, hey, I'd like to hear more about this? Or is there something you're like, hey, I've been to one of your streams and I know there's a story here. Let us know. We could probably do this
streams. We
can do this at least once a month. Stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, worst comes to worst, we can do it. Like you said, once a month, record 2 in a session.
Absolutely.
Like that. Yeah,
we'll figure it all out. You guys,
I've had fun.
Yeah, I mean, we hang out.
Yeah.
So the other one.
The funny part is last time when it was just 3 of us, me, you, and Chaos. This is literally what we did.
That's it. We just sat here and talked for hours.
And the whole time we're just why are we not recording this?
Yeah, why didn't we record this shit? So the other part is, and we'll this is the other fun thing that happens on occasion here. We'll do the sausage party. So the sausage party, I will say this. You just need to follow the channel so you can find out when the sausage party is going to happen. Because those are fun.
We're going all in. That is what we looked like last time. I'll save the whole story about the butcher and all that for that.
Yeah.
We'll make that a special one. We'll make that a special one.
We have fun. Well,
subscribe.
Yeah, absolutely.
All that good stuff. Whatever the hell we wind up calling this channel.
Yeah.
This has been episode 1.
Yep.
You were here for the start. So, in 3 years, when we have 4 whole subscribers.
Yeah.
Remember, you were number 1.
And the beards are going to be longer.
I ain't trimming. I mean, I'll trim, but it's going to be like all grain down
Oh,
here.
ZZ Top down
Straight
here.
up ZZ Top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm Vic.
I'm Pilk.
And we will see you guys.
This has been
a mistake.
tragedy.
Yeah, mistake.
And we the fuck out.
All right, later, guys.